live. We live on
live.
YouTube and X, Twitter, whatever you call it now.
I refuse to. I tweet. I don't X.
Right. So they said it was a brand change, but we still tweet though. So is it called Twitter or is it called X?
I mean, it's definitely X. I just refuse to call what I'm doing Xing.
Xing?
Yeah, you see?
I'm Xing. No, that doesn't sound right.
See?
That sounds
it
like
don't sound right.
Sounds like a sex position to me.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
I'm Xing you.
See?
Nah, I'd rather tweet. I'd rather tweet. So how was everybody's weekend?
When I tell you I did the least amount of everything possible.
Man, tell me about it.
Sunday was made for the day of rest. We all know that.
So was Saturday. So was Friday after like 6 p.m.
Sunday was a good day. I watched the Copa. I watched United States versus Bolivia.
How was that?
I don't understand how Bolivia got in the tournament in the first place.
Was it that bad?
It was bad. We had a lot of shots on goal, but we only scored 2. So. And then we had the Robert Glasper concert on Friday at Shane Park, or the Aretha now it's called. So.
Did you go to that concert after all?
Yes, I did.
How
I have video footage on my Instagram. Well, first I made it into a date night, so we went to Motor City Casino and the Revel Steakhouse that they have there. We tried it out. It was delicious. Okay, mac and cheese needs some help. Okay, so if you work at the Revel, work on that mac and cheese. Okay, go to J. Alexander's, get the recipe, and bring it to Revel.
Oh my God, is Revel one of those?
Go ahead.
My bad. No, I was just gonna say, Revel's one of those places where you can't just walk in there in like a t-shirt and a pair of jeans.
You could. It's part of the casino. So
okay,
if you got the money to buy it, you got the money to buy it. And then after that, we went to play a few games. I lost $20, and I walked away.
Good.
I took 100 out. They have a $5 charge fee on the ATMs.
Yes, they do. Yes.
So I'm taking 105 out. I lost $20. I played Buffalo and roulette. Those are the worst 2 games you can play if you only have $100.
No, I'm pretty good at roulette.
I know. I played the electronic one. I didn't play like the actual table.
Yeah, so did I. I played the one where it's got like a live virtual dealer.
Yeah, and then it just dropped the ball in the middle.
Yeah, I did play that, and I think the last time I played, I won about $300. I mean, I lost.
I need to go with you.
I lost it all back because I only played, or I think I only put $5 in it. And I was like, even if I walk out of here with nothing, that's only $5. I'm not angry about it.
Hey, man. But I was having a little bit too much fun, but then I was like, oh, snap. We have a concert to go to. And that whole parking at Shane Park is ridiculous.
Wasn't it always that way? Because I remember it being
I don't remember it being that bad. I mean, because the last time I actually been to a concert at the Aretha, used to be called Shane Park, that was like when I was a kid. And that was the Universal Circus.
Okay? But see, that's the last thing I saw there.
I don't remember parking being that bad.
Universal
Circus. Marcel, do you have your fan on? Can you get it away from the speaker?
I don't have my fan on.
Oh, Walter. Somebody's
let me see.
There we go.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I heard that too, and I also thought it was Marcel's feedback. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, because Marcel came on and then the sound came on. Okay, now it's good. Okay. But yeah, weekends were great. Father's Day, of course, 2 weeks ago was a great weekend. I had a great Father's Day. Marcel had a good weekend. It was his birthday weekend. He went to the strip club. Actually, all of us were at the strip club. We were at Legends. Great times. Great times.
Can we get a shout out and a sponsor?
Yeah, we went to Legends, man. We shut the club down. They kicked us out, yo.
All 3 of us.
All three of us. We was there at 2:00 in the morning.
That was a good time.
Okay, it was a great time. So shout out to Legends, corner of Congress and Brush, across the street from what's that place called?
I can't remember.
I always forget too. And it's they have the greatest wings.
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater.
That's what it's called.
And as soon as we got out the club, we could smell it.
Hey, look, I think somebody did say, "Hey, you want to go to Sweetwater?" And I was like, "I want to go home. I want to sleep."
I spent too much money in there, so I was like, I don't want to spend $12 on wings. This is too much. But yeah, good times. Oh, me and my daughter went to Lakeside Mall before they closed it this weekend.
Ooh,
that mall
that's
is
rough.
Dead. It was so dead, Marcel and Walter. They turned off the AC. We walked in that thing. That thing was a sauna. I was like, at least keep the AC on until July 1st. God damn.
Oh, so is it July 1st?
Yeah, July 1st is when they're shutting it all down.
Damn. Should go out there then.
So we went to the food court. Nothing was open. The cheesesteak place was all gone. All they had was registers, and they took all the prices away. I was like, damn.
Damn.
All the seats were gone.
It's the death of a legend right there.
Man. I got some video, though, of the mall. I could show it to y'all later, but we went to the Express store. That was probably the only store that was open in there. They had a 90% off sale.
Damn.
Reason for that.
I was in there grabbing everything. I was like, give me this, give me this, give me this.
Oh, if I could fit an Express.
I could never afford this if this was not 90% off. They got some 2X and 3X in there, Walter.
Do they?
Yeah.
They didn't used to.
I thought too. I was like, I walked past, I was like, Express, I'm a good like XL tall 2X. I don't know if they have anything. Like a 2X in Express is like a slim man's 2X. Not like a big man like me. I'm pretty huge. Like, if you can put 290, 300 pounds in some of this stuff, and I tried it out. Okay, I got some ways to go. I got to work out, but I got some good stuff in there.
All right, I guess I'm going there. Lakeside.
Go there before Saturday or Sunday, whatever it is.
Yeah, I can make that happen.
Because these stores closing down. They had the Jeepers in there.
No, they didn't.
I had a Jeepers.
They had the Jeepers and a huge like kids area outside, which KJ played on. She was probably like the last kid to play in the kids area at Lakeside Mall. Shout out to KJ. She's a legend.
Oh my god!
But I don't remember Jeepers only having one floor. Didn't they have a roller coaster?
Yeah,
and that didn't turn out pretty well.
Well, I mean,
it did. I thought it went up. I thought it went up one story. I thought.
Oh yeah, it went up. The customers didn't.
Maybe the customers didn't come back down.
So what the fuck, man?
Hey, Marcel remembers we went up at the one at Wonderland Mall. We went up and we were talking to the person working the ride. I was like, hey, our seatbelts supposed to be fastened? He was like, yeah, man, fasten them. He told us to fasten the seatbelt. He said, hey, fasten them before you get to the top. I was like, oh shit.
It's no wonder Wonderland closed. Huh.
Only niggas, man. Never have niggas operate a roller coaster. Maybe that's actually we had some like black ride operators at Cedar Point. Which we have some Cedar Point news later in the show as well. We're live on YouTube. Let's start it up. Welcome back to the KrisCross Corner podcast. I'm your host, Kris Canty. We have the Great Debaterz in here. We have Walter Wheatens, and we also have Marcel Smith. This is your weekly water cooler conversation where I, Kris Canty, and the Great Debaterz talk about current events, hot topics, sports, politics, relationships, music, movies, and more. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, which you're watching right now, all three of you guys right now, and listen to the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Listen to the podcast on YouTube. Okay, subscribe on YouTube. You can listen to every episode. Okay. Also, join the conversation before and after the show on the KrisCross Studios Facebook group. We're going up to 795 members strong. All my top 10 lists, general questions, memes, games will be posted there. This is also a place where you can suggest topics for upcoming podcast episodes. So please join the group, and thank you for your support. This week's top 10 list, which is the top 20 list, will be the top 20 movies turning 20 in 2024.
That's it. Damn, 2000.
A lot of movies.
Damn, 2004 was a really good year for movies.
It was very good. I had a hard time doing this list. I literally did it right before the show. But
damn,
it's a great list, and I hope you guys like it. All right, let's get into the first portion of the show. What you doing, Detroit? What you doing? All right, like we said, the Gordie Howe Bridge has been connected. It's finally done. Now all they have to do is pour concrete, add some stuff, build the on-ramps,
add some stuff,
build some off-ramps. Well, other than that, the bridge part is great. We just got to get the stuff on the land first, okay?
I mean, it's there.
It's there. I was down there last night. I was out in River Rouge, and you can see that bridge like it's huge.
Yeah, it is. It's stupid.
It's massive. You can see that thing from the Henry Ford. That's how big it is.
Oh, that's gonna be so. You can probably see it from. You can see the Renaissance Center from the top floors of the hospital at U of M. So I'm wondering if, like, once that's done, if you'll be able to see the bridge too.
Yeah, you can see. You can actually see the bridge from the bridge on Telegraph in '94.
Yeah,
that's how far you can see it.
I don't think people realize how big this bridge actually is. Like, it is.
It's stupid here.
Well, because you got to think, like, the Ambassador looks really small, but the Ambassador is a huge bridge. This bridge makes the Ambassador look like a Lego set.
Right. Like, get out the way, maroons.
Which is great, because if you've ever taken the bridge out of Detroit into Canada, you know that traffic fucking sucks.
It does suck. But why would you take the bridge in the first place? You're supposed to take the tunnel.
I don't want to take the tunnel, though.
The tunnel is easier. It's the fastest and it's the easiest way to go through, because they're just like, yeah, come on in. The bridge, they'd be like, all right, nigga, what you got? Holding up everything.
So I think the last 2 times I drove over to Canada, I did take the bridge over.
Hey, Marcel, turn off your raw, bro. We can hear it.
Listening to it.
We can listen. We can literally hear it on the podcast. We just heard Samantha Irving's voice.
Is that who that was?
Yes.
You better recognize that voice, kid.
I don't wrestle in. You know this.
LOL. So the Gordie Howe Bridge has been connected. The health inspection grades are about to come to all Detroit restaurants. So if you have less than an A, in my opinion, you ain't getting visits from me, because you got shit to fix. What is an A grade? What constitutes an A grade? Like, the floors are white?
Like, clean, like basic upkeep is necessary.
No grease on the ground?
I feel like that's not that difficult to achieve if you have people that are cleaning on a regular basis.
Hey, you'd be surprised. You've seen Bar Rescue.
I know.
Which makes you think about where you're eating at, doesn't it?
That and Kitchen Nightmares.
Kitchen Nightmares was worse than Bar Rescue.
It was.
No, it was not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not. You didn't see a walk-in cooler full of mushrooms sprouting up on the walls. All right, so
we saw worse.
Yeah, but I did see somebody keep raw chicken next to lettuce,
and then not wash his hands, take the trash out, and then cook with the same gloves on.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I don't see anything wrong with that. I almost blew a gasket when I saw that episode. I was like, he didn't change his gloves. He didn't change his gloves.
He didn't do
the. Didn't change his effing gloves.
Oh,
Just
He's
got
like-
meat juice all in his cuticles.
In the cuticles, and the sun, the salad, in the milk.
Not the.
Oh man, it's a horrible thing. So, health inspection grades are coming to Detroit restaurants. Thank the Lord.
That's good. That is good news.
Speaking of thank the Lord, Trump was in Detroit at the 180 Church on the west side of Detroit. He said that he did the most for Black people since Abraham Lincoln.
No,
I
he
beg to
did not.
differ. And we're going to talk about that on another show.
No, he did not.
Majority of the crowd was 90%, probably 99% white.
What I find interesting is just that the fact that you can watch him lie to somebody straight to their face, and they'll be like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Mm-hmm.
And like, I know you can say, "Look, every politician lies." It's like I understand that, but like, usually a politician takes the time to not make their lie an obvious lie, right? Like, like the American, like we all knew. For example, we all knew we went over to like in 03 for weapons or for oil, not weapons of mass destruction, and Bush has even admitted that after the fact. But he straight up lied to the American people back then, and that was one thing. But to sit there and say, "Yeah, I've done the most," like when BuzzFeed can fact check you, and to be fair, BuzzFeed is actually a pretty credible news source when you like from a journalistic approach. But like when TikTok can fact check you,
when Chat GPT can fact check your ass, the game's over, bro.
it's like, man, like,
He said that he's done the most for Black people since Abraham Lincoln.
No, he does not. Abraham Lincoln did little for the Black people.
Abraham
He
Lincoln
did the bare minimum.
Abraham Lincoln literally did the bare minimum. He said you're free. He literally said you're free. He literally just said, "Niggas be gone. Niggas be free."
Y'all be free. Y'all go in this area. You want these theater tickets?
No, that's the you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
You ain't gotta go home. You gotta go home. You just got to get the hell up out of here. We gotta hurry this up. I got plans.
Hell, Lyndon B. Johnson did more than Abraham Lincoln and Donald Trump combined.
Jesus Christ.
That's funny. I'm sorry. That is. God damn it. And he hated us.
Man.
Boy.
Was like, should we do this? And MLK was like, yeah, we should do this. He's like, okay, I'll sign the Voting Rights Act. I'll do it 100 years afterwards. I don't know.
Be like, could you be any? It's like, could you be any worse, Johnson? And he goes, yeah, I can. Watch.
He can be. Just watch. I'll send all the niggas to Vietnam.
like Johnson. Like, Johnson, did you start a war just to get the niggas out of the country? He was just like,
he sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, they volunteered, and I mean,
hey. We got some more dark jokes in a minute. Okay.
He was like,
okay.
Hey, so equal rights.
So Lil Baby was in Banglatown, Detroit, shooting a music video.
Oh, baby.
Okay. So
Banglatown.
It's a part of Detroit, like north of Hamtramck. A lot of Bangladesh people.
Banglatown. Okay.
So like Bangla, like East Indian, that kind of those kind of people. So
I follow it.
I follow it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. So he was there shooting a music video on the east side, just killing it. You know.
Oh no.
Might see it soon.
Oh no. I lost my cat. Everything good, Kris? Oh, everything's not good.
And the role of father and daddy duty is now.
I had to tell her to turn off her music because she was blasting it.
Was she playing Magic School Bus?
No, she ain't ready for that yet.
Yo, I watched a theory on how the Magic School Bus is basically just creating doppelgangers, and those kids are consistently always dying and being cloned. It was It was only half an hour, but like it was.
It's about to say a giant acid trip, but okay.
Anyway, speaking of a giant acid trip, Jake Bates is signed with the Detroit Lions, y'all.
We got a kicker, folks.
We finally have a kicker.
One that can make a 64-yarder consistently.
So we have a consistent kicker now.
Yes.
For now.
Let's go.
Because last year's kicker, I wanted to go out there and just choke the life out of him.
He did
an easy 25-yarder. You could make an easy 25-yard punt indoors at Ford Field.
He did his job.
My favorite.
He was there.
The most true thing I have ever shouted was it was the same kicker, but it wasn't last season. It was the season before that, and it was Thanksgiving versus the Packers. Dude missed like a 10-yard or like a 15-yard field goal or something. I was like, how do you miss a field goal in a stadium with no wind?
That was Mason Crosby.
I was like, how do you in a stadium with no wind? Your own stadium with no wind.
0 wind, and you still miss a 25-yard field goal.
I've never been so unnecessarily erroneously upset over absolutely nothing.
But congratulations, Jake Bates. You made it.
Woo-hoo.
Don't fuck it up.
Welcome to the Lions.
I swear to God, if he plays in preseason, I'm going.
Who was he with? Was it the Panthers?
Yeah, the Michigan Panthers.
All right, I'm about it.
I don't know if they won, though. Did we win, Marcel? The UFL? No, we didn't win. Okay.
We choked.
That's pretty standard for Michigan.
It's standard for Michigan sports. All right, speaking of choking, that camel looks so devious.
That camel was just swiggity swooty.
The camel was just looking at the screen like, hey, you know we about to run, right? So the petting zoo at Cedar Point is about to be closed because 2 camels got loose at Cedar Point. Hey, man. And then they had a video of him getting loose, and there was this guy on like a scooter just taking it from the camels. Like, he's like, I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck. And the camel's like,
I didn't know Cedar Point had a petting zoo. What?
Yeah, it's right there by Millennium Force.
I ain't been there in a while.
How long have you not been there? It's been there since like 2009.
Oh, then I ain't got no excuse then.
It's back there. You just gotta keep walking. But yeah, so camels got loose at Cedar Point. Prayers to the person on the scooter who had to witness and be traumatized. But there was a sheep loose on the west side from Joy Road to like Plymouth. He was just roaming the street.
Honestly, not the weirdest thing to happen.
You ever wonder?
He was just roaming the streets.
How do you get a sheep?
I don't know.
In Detroit, like who do you have to talk to about that?
You order on Amazon, like, hey, I want a sheep.
Like, you walk into Tractor Supply and you go, hey, you got that? Because like
who do you shop to go get these sheep from? You just go to a farm or the zoo or just take it?
I mean, you probably just honestly a place like Tractor Supply where they just happen to be where they sell livestock.
They're just there, like, okay.
I just kind of figured they wouldn't, sell to anybody who lives in the city. So I'm guessing he probably just went, yeah, or whomever. I want to know. I want to know the story. I want to know how he got there.
Probably a farmer that moved to Detroit.
Old McDonald had a farm and sold it. Never mind.
Speaking of Old McDonald will no longer be getting his prescriptions from Rite Aid because Rite Aid Pharmacy is closing all their Michigan stores.
Oh, damn!
All Michigan Rite Aids are going out of business.
If it happens to Burger King, it can happen to you.
Burger King was different because they had
Burger King was different because they had one owner owning 26 Burger Kings, and he I think he broke the law or something. So all 26 of his Burger Kings had to be shut down.
Yeah, it was something like Detroit cut him. Detroit tried to make a deal with him. He didn't accept it, so they were like, "All right, well, you can't have him in the city no more."
Yeah, not in the city. There was some outside the city. I live by one of them.
It was that one, the one by you, one of the ones.
9 Mile and Telegraph. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I went by there right after it closed, and I was like, that's right, they did do that, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Shut them down. So, all right, go to CVS, y'all. CVS is the. I mean, if you have a CVS around you, because they're closing those in the hood too. So,
hey, do you know CVS's government name?
What is it?
It's Consumer Value Stores.
All right. Speaking of consumer value stores, Michigan's first 270-degree theater is opening in Waterford. Of all places, Waterford?
I can go.
Waterford?
Go to Waterford for that.
Waterford?
Sure,
You can
go to the IMAX theater and just.
I hate to say this, but we talk about niggas all the time. But Waterford? That's some white trash shit.
They want to see the Monster Jam in 360. All right,
they can see it down the street at the Silverdome. Oh no, wait, they can't. It's closed.
No, they can't. No,
you knew that. You knew that.
They got to drive down to Ford Field and watch it every February.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday.
Monster Jam, Gravedigger, El Toro Loco. I've never been to one. We should go to one.
I would love.
They say it's loud, so I'm gonna wear my earmuffs.
I would go.
And it says it smells like diesel fuel. Like as soon as you walk in the Ford Field, it just hits you. They say because they've been like revving the engines up, and the trucks are so huge. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna go to that and Supercross.
That would be cool.
I want to do all the white people shit.
Or go to Nitro Circus or something back when those were around.
Nitro Circus is wild, Walter.
Have you been?
No.
Dude, I wanted to go. I was like, oh, that looks so.
I don't know. White people live in Detroit too, guys. So we got to include them in the show. And Waterford is borderline Detroit at this point, especially where that theater is.
Waterford.
That theater looks dead on the outside. They need to do something with the exterior.
What is it?
The Waterford MJR. That's where it's going to be.
It's an MJR. Wait, they put that in an MJR?
Mm-hmm. That place is big enough to have that too.
It is, but that feels like a waste.
Yes, in Waterford.
No, I mean Waterford.
This is America,
but
guys.
MJR feels like a waste.
This is America, guys. White trash gets things before niggas. I'm just saying. Just saying. You heard it here on the KrisCross Corner. White people get things before black people. Then black people ruin them because they know it's there. That's a whole different story for another day. So congratulations, Waterford.
Jeez.
You get a fucking 270-degree theater. All right.
Whoa.
Michigan House of Representatives just passed a bill to make necrophilia illegal. First of all, why was it not illegal in the first place? First of all,
I feel like that's one of those things that back in the day, people just kind of like it was just an oversight. Like it was a common law. Like, hey, don't fuck dead people. Like
you think it would know better, but
like no. But what I mean is like you sit there and go, okay, well that's very clearly like that's a common law. It's common sense, but common sense is no longer common. So
it's never been common. You have to have laws for everything, which is ridiculous.
It's like you have to remember at a certain point in time, whatever there's a law for, there wasn't a law for, and some of the things that they put like they've got rules and laws for make you go, what did somebody have to do to get this outlawed?
Speaking of that, there's a bill to make AI generated porn illegal, which is fair.
Yeah. And people have been telling.
Not saying that it should be a law. However, there's real porn out there, guys. Just watch real people have sex. There's Pinky, Cherokee, Lisa Ann.
Sometimes imaginations go buck wild.
You can imagine while you're stroking. That's the whole thing about porn. Like,
This Negro here.
now you need AI generated shit. Like, first of all, porn films are wildly exaggerated sex to begin with. Now you're having it AI generated? No, come on, guys.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Because if you try to do what a porn star did in real life, you bust in 5 seconds.
Shoot, I probably die. Just have that.
You almost died at the strip club.
Just have that Elden Ring screen. You died.
You almost died at the strip club too. Came back a man.
The boy was laid to rest. That's all I'm going to say.
The boy was laid to rest.
That's a double entendre, Marcel.
It would have been.
It would have been, but it's not. But so yeah, Michigan House is off the chain. We need help. Thank you, Lord. Thank the Lord. So let's get that off the screen. Let's talk, y'all.
Uh-oh.
So Eddie Murphy is working on Eddie Murphy and DreamWorks are working on a donkey film. So it's a spinoff of Shrek.
Oh,
no.
Yes, it's gonna happen.
That should be. I mean, the word with Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots wasn't that good to me. Like Antonio Banderas just needed a bag to me.
I think the first one was pretty good.
Yeah, they just did a whole Puss in Boots series. I'm like, okay, Puss in Boots this, Puss in Boots that.
Well,
There's some interesting characters. You're not gonna.
Puss in Boots has some good characters.
There's a whole bunch of you can do a Princess Fiona spinoff. You know,
I'd be interested in the backstory of Princess Fiona.
I would too. I would love to. I would like to see more about what was it? The Last Wish had death in it. Like, I want to see more of that character.
I want to see a Lord Farquaad origin story.
Man, please, that nigga dead.
Oh,
I said an origin story.
That would be man. I would pay good money to see a Lord Farquaad origin story. It can be the worst thing DreamWorks has ever made. I do not care. I'm ass in movie theater, ass in seat.
That's right. And speaking of other movies, Ice Cube and Mike Epps are about to film Last Friday.
Damn.
Finally. Oh, you can't do that.
Damn. Last Friday?
Two of the stars are dead.
Oh.
You can still make it with Last Friday.
Pops?
You can still make one without Pops.
You
can make one without Pops.
You can, but it's not the same.
Yeah, don't go in there for at least 4-5 hours.
He said it's time.
Look at them down there at the fireworks.
I'm gonna change the channel. Really, I forgot to. I was watching the hockey game.
Did anyone score yet?
Yeah, Florida's up 2-1.
Florida might have a ring. All right, there are two things that are going to happen. Two things are in like balance. One, Florida, you choke, one of the biggest choke jobs in NHL history, and Edmonton finally gets their ring.
Edmonton been had a ring.
Not anyone in this 20th century.
I want to say they've been had a ring. Wayne Gretzky, hello. He was on the Edmonton Oilers before he went to Los Angeles.
Angeles.
And matter of fact, the Canadian Parliament tried to stop it from happening.
You know what would happen if Florida beats Edmonton?
Hell yeah, they're gonna be rioting in the streets in Edmonton. I don't care.
You saw how Vancouver reacted to theirs.
They had like $1 million in damages. That wasn't bad enough. We're good. They set a few fires here and there.
The Canucks.
Florida beating the home that hockey built.
But it's also Florida in the NHL, so they kind of get players from all around the world. So
that is also true.
Plus, most of the people that live in Florida now are from Michigan anyway.
True.
That is also true.
So I hate when people say, "Well, a Florida team beat." I was like, "No, they moved down there. Like, who
For
cares?
some odd reason, they moved there.
They
Want the hot weather. Plus, they wanted people politically in line with them. That's why most of them left during COVID. And they like hockey.
That's why they're the shit show now.
Well, honey, I think it's time we move to a place where other like-minded people like us tend to live, unvaccinated.
Dingbats.
Why they got to be dingbats?
It could have been. I could have said something much worse.
They're singing the Canadian national anthem now.
Oh,
The best national anthem.
The only thing good that happened with this entire series Edmonton is a flashing girl.
Is what?
All right. Speaking of flashing girl, we're gonna move on to LA City Council members have removed U-turn signs in Silver Lake because to them, U-turn signs are homophobic.
You said Utah?
U-turn signs. This is
what?
in Los Angeles.
Oh, Los Angeles. That's what I thought you said. I was like, wait, that okay.
All I know is our premiums don't care about what sexuality you are. So
exactly. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. A U-turn sign, which means you can't turn your car in the other direction for traffic, so you don't hit somebody or someone could hit you.
Exactly. You can't turn your car now. Congratulations.
That's all states.
Hey,
how are they homophobic?
I have no idea.
That's a real good question.
I stopped and thought about that for a second, and I was like, wait, something seems off with that statement there.
It's a very off statement, and I don't want to, be in bad terms with the LGBT, ABCD, EFG community.
That's okay. I got you back.
Elemental P.
Yeah. Apparently, there's 27 letters in their alphabet. So according to
something like that.
27.
So it may not be like 27, but there's enough.
There's enough. Yeah. We've had enough because U-turn signs, guys. Come on. We were with y'all until you did this. Okay.
Like I said, car premiums don't care what sexuality you are.
We were empathetic.
Find that out the hard way.
We were empathetic until you brought up the U-turn signs. All right, here comes a really dark joke. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. This is what the line is for KrisCross Corner. Okay, if you want to cancel me now, go ahead.
Oh no,
there was a line.
Yeah, trust me, there's a line. There's a lot of things I don't want to see on the show.
There's
a lot of things I don't want to see on the show, Marcel, and I don't. So I'm going to say this one, though, because this one had me going all week. So a lightning bolt struck the One World Trade Center. Okay? So even the Lord said no.
Oh, you ain't shit.
Even the Lord said no. Just stop. Just stop building it, okay? Good thing I wasn't in there because I've actually went inside One World Trade Center. It's actually a pretty nice building.
But I heard it's because it's
high.
Well, because you got to remember the World Trade Center was quite literally one of New York's biggest financial buildings.
I guess it was the tallest building in the world for a few months.
That's fair.
Until the Sears Tower took over.
Yeah, and then that went back and forth with the Hancock Tower. Which is weird. But
lighting up the fireworks downtown. So
look at that.
We fire.
Wow.
On the 4th of July. Red, white, and blue. I'm gonna watch some Schoolhouse Rock after this.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock had some bops.
Yo, when you're in the dark and you need to see.
You need electricity.
And you just see a photo of the lightning hitting the trace.
I'm gonna do a top 10. I'm gonna do the top 10 scariest sounding Schoolhouse Rock songs. The electricity one was pretty scary.
No, that one was cool. That one was like soulful and like that one had groove with it. I was like, when you
it was groovy. It was groovy, but with the way he said, he was like, "You're in the dark and you want to see." I was like,
let's not forget that guy did not give a damn. He just in the room and just turned on the lights. It's like, he was robbed. Somebody was robbing a house, and he just
He did. That man was robbing the house, wasn't he?
Rolled right in.
He's like
with
back
no
in.
perception.
I gotta watch that. We should watch Cool Schoolhouse Rock with commentary.
Yo, I will, man. Tell me when. I got so many things to say.
We do all like 75 Schoolhouse Rock's videos. But yeah, One World Trade Center. Your days are numbered.
Ooh, don't say that.
I'm playing.
That's.
Speaking of people whose days are numbered, in Houston, Texas, a STD surge has went up.
What?
STD surge, niggas and stupid women fucking raw.
I've been stroking.
For real. So now they got stuff on their genitals and in their blood.
Now, if you were stroking, you wouldn't have these problems.
Well,
okay. Let's go down the numbers. We have 22,000, at least 22,000 with syphilis.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers right now. 18,000. Yeah. 18,000 with HIV.
What the fuck?
And chlamydia and gonorrhea cases rose up to almost 10,000. So
but you can come back from the clap. You can't come back from
you can stop the clap. You just
the clap. Not the clap.
Oh, that just
they got more bugs in the anthill. Ugh.
Literally, like just because they're bad people down there don't mean that you need to just go to Walgreens, CVS, the gas station,
go to Walgreens,
pick up a condom, Trojan, Magnum, Skin now, $100.
See now, a condom might cost $3, maybe $5 plus sales tax.
And get the one that's ribs for her pleasure.
But an STD test.
That STD test be the scariest thing in the world. You'd be sitting there like with your legs swinging on the little bed they got.
Man, I took one and I knew I was clean. I was still sitting there like, but what if it came back not clean? Like,
exactly. I was like, man, what happens if? Oh no.
What if I ain't washed my?
You know, like you literally just sit there and you be like, I'm good. I know I'm good. I'm just here because my friend wanted to get one and they didn't want to go alone. I'm good, but like, what if I'm not? What if they?
Did I use soap this time?
It just be that Jordan Peele meme with him just sweating buckets.
Literally, that's the whole time. That's the whole thing. So if you're in Houston or in the Houston area this summer,
fucking wrap it
up. Even if you're not in Houston, wrap it up.
Or don't do it at all. I know Houston got some baddies, but you don't have to stick your dick in everything, okay?
Okay, so this for the fellas. Wrap it up. Now this for the ladies. Don't let him hit unless he wrapped it up. Okay?
That's fair. That's very.
It takes two to fuck.
Actually.
All right. Don't get technical. We're doing this for the people getting 22,000 syphilis cases. We're doing this for them.
If a percentage of humanity was asexual,
it takes two to fuck and get an STD. Right, can I be more specific, Marcel?
We're live. It says live.
Well, when I went on, it said live.
We're trying to save lives out here.
Oh no!
Wrap it up.
Also, apparently,
wrap it up.
I'm talking about Walter's conversation right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, wrap it up. So Louisiana, I'm gonna talk about this right now because this is actually a very serious conversation that I've had actually this week with a few people. And I don't really care about what they think. This is what's in the Constitution of the United States. Louisiana has now officially passed a law that mandates every public classroom from K to 12 to have the 10 Commandments posted in every classroom.
That is.
How are you going to put something where you yourself won't even follow?
Look, that's wrong, and they know it is. And like as me as a Christian, I'm like, okay, like I get the idea behind it, but also like
You
that's
can't
unconstitutional.
you
It's
can't
not
force
constitutional.
somebody into their religion.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
that's the First Amendment.
You
I'm
can't,
saying religious coercion is quite literally illegal.
right.
And I try to explain it to people. It's like, I don't care if you love Christianity, the Ten Commandments, nothing. I'm Christian, but I'm not going to force my views onto someone else if they don't want it.
Exactly.
Even if they don't want it. You know,
and
I'm
the
not going to
same
force my
and
views
the
on
same people that passed this ain't even, bro. They got some skeletons in the closet. I'll tell you.
They sure do. It's Louisiana. They all got skeletons.
I kind of understand it from like a certain standpoint of okay, well, Louisiana is still a fairly religious state. Like it like that in of a sense makes sense. But it's like, look, the real implications here are that hey, look, we're pushing ourselves back into we're pushing ourselves to like a Christian society, and that's not what America is. And again, as a Christian, I don't think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
And then
this is a place where everybody can come and be them.
And then they were like, oh, well, we're using the law as a way to make people obey the law more. They were like, oh, well, no, it's not a religious thing. How did they word it? It's not a religious thing, or they're not doing it for a religious reason. It just goes back to like the first set of laws that mankind ever had, and that would be the 10 Commandments. And the idea is that if you have the laws in the classroom, then people will behave more. And it's like, well, first off, you're dumb if you think just because the rules exist, people follow them. And two, again, that's coercion. That's illegal.
And then here's my thing. And this what got everybody today at work. I said, why are we putting if the 10 Commandments have to be on the board? Isn't that indoctrination?
Ooh.
Like if your own household won't teach the 10 Commandments, and you put it in school where they're supposed to be learning about math, science, history, geometry, actually being a productive member of society, you think the 10 Commandments is going to help that?
Exactly. No. And people don't see the negative ramifications of it. Like everybody's like, oh well, it's about this. And it's like, look, I understand.
You're gonna have a lot of awkward PTA meetings.
He's like, they literally said, like, you can take that prayer out of school. No, the prayer's supposed to be in the home. So when they go to school, they can be salt and light.
Well, and the thing I think people also don't realize is that the separation of church and state doesn't necessarily mean like you can't, Jesus in the classroom. It's just that there's not supposed to be Jesus in the government. Like your religion shouldn't be the basis of the choices you make, which is very clearly the opposite of what has been happening over the past like decade.
Yeah, especially in one side of the aisle.
Yeah, and that's the issue. It's not that that's the issue. It's not that it's like, oh my God, they're making like it is a religious document, and yes, that is technically coercion, and it can be looked at as indoctrination. However, the real problem is more so the fact that we are defying the Constitution, the same thing that the people that are footing this bill claim that we need to follow. And it's very interesting to see how all this has gone down recently.
It's not going to go down well.
No, they already did. The governor already said that he was waiting for people to come out against it, and they all came out against it. He doesn't care. He
still did it.
No, he did. He did it, and then he was waiting for them to come back at him.
And then they did, yeah.
And they came back after him, like, nigga, stop doing this shit. Yeah. And he was like, I'm doing what I do. If you're gonna obey the laws here, you gotta know the laws of Abraham. I said, sit down.
It's like that is quite literally the.
So you're saying? Oh wait, so you said laws of Abraham. So you're saying that we should all be Jewish then? So no. Anyway.
No, that was an argument. That was what somebody mentioned that it had nothing to do with like that, but somebody asked a Trump supporter that kind of question of like, well, and they're like, well, we need to follow God. I'm like, okay, well, like what God? He goes, like the one God, like the Abrahamic God. He goes, okay, so you mean like the God that the Muslims and the Jews worship? And they were like, yeah. And they go, so you're okay with the Muslims and the Jews and like how like they are as a religion? And he was like,
he couldn't answer it, could he?
no.
He was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Yeah, that's why we have a government that doesn't. We don't have a de facto religion here at all,
No.
because that would be
No, we
unconstitutional. And now we have a state putting 10 commandments on the damn wall."
And folks, if you think this is worse than Louisiana, just wait till Project 24.
25.
It's 25.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I found out about that like 2 months ago, and I was like, "Oh God, we're gonna." Oh God, this is not about to be good.
It's crazy. It's craziness. So speaking of craziness, we're gonna go into our favorite segment of the show. We have stupid
Yes.
Oh my God.
criminals
Yeah.
in Detroit. Actually, we have 2 of them in the Detroit area. So
Ooh.
in Taylor, we have an argument over a parking spot leads to a shooting at the Taylor Kroger parking lot at the corner of E-Course and Monroe Street.
Come on, man.
That is.
Hey, man.
We deserve to be destroyed. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Who is this we you speak of?
All right. So a woman pulls out. This is in Melvindale. So a woman pulls out a sword on her roommate after he stinks up her bathroom.
Yo, no.
Could you rewind that for a sec?
He blew up her bathroom so bad that she had to pull out a sword on this man.
A sword.
A sword.
This is the last time I done told you.
I told you. I was like, whoa.
You blow up my toilet. Tomorrow morning, you commit skebuku.
I'll be choppy the pee-pee.
Oh, hell no.
Choppy the pee-pee if you poop it.
Choppy the pee. Sir.
That was all raw, Walter. That was back in like the 90s.
It's crazy work. Choppy the pee-pee, just crazy work right there.
And then the lights went off during one of the skits with the choppy pee-pee, Walter. And then the next week on Raw, they had John Wayne Bobbitt come out. He saved his life. I was like, yo, this is like car crash TV. At its best.
That's bad. That's bad. That's back when wrestling was just like unhinged,
just
right?
off the rails. Like, we're gonna make every week. They were like, how are we gonna top last week's show with some bullshit?
I want to know what kind of sword was it?
Hey,
did she get medieval on his ass?
My friend, you were focusing on the wrong part of the story.
Hey, the sword was
just
used.
Pull out a sword for bullshit, Walt.
I have a
you
sword.
do.
I don't use it this week.
Negro. Ooh.
But I gotta sharpen it too. I gotta sharpen and shine it. So
Ooh.
anyway, speaking of shining it up, a Nashville police officer has been fired after grabbing a woman's breast for an OnlyFans video on duty.
Yo.
And
With his body cam on.
Yo.
Stupid criminals. She was like,
okay.
well, can you trust my boo for the OnlyFans video? He was like, sure.
All right, here's a question. How many videos or how many things have we said, hey, we want to see the dash or the body cam, and they go, oh, the body it wasn't on.
This was on. He didn't turn. He was like, so I don't care.
That's my point. It's like, oh, so man, God, people are stupid. And I don't respect them.
Dumb. But it's not as dumb as this last person. So a Wingstop employee, this was the dumbest one, but I understand his frustration. So a Wingstop employee shoots a manager to death after being told to leave early.
Shit.
Wait, what?
Shit.
Like your manager told you to leave early. That means you're not going to get the hours. You're not going to get the money that you were promised. So he probably hit the light. He was probably on the last nerve.
Yeah, choke on those wings.
And just shot his ass. I don't condone the shooting, but I understand the way he was feeling. Like, yo, the economy is bad enough for most people in America. And then you're gonna take away my hours? You're gonna take away my money? You're gonna take away my check? You serious?
Pop a mud hole in your ass.
Go up, he sent him to Jesus. He figured he could work out with him. It's like, no.
He up in heaven right now trying to plot against you.
You can't put no PTO time in heaven, all right?
I mean, it is paid time off though.
I don't think you get more off than eternity.
Hey, you just up there chilling. It's better than retirement. But yeah, those are the stupid criminals in Detroit this week. If you have any more people to show us this week, please let us know in the chat, in the comments below.
That's ridiculous.
The Facebook group that we just mentioned earlier, the KrisCross Studios Facebook group, which we have almost 800 members. Join now. All 5 members on this YouTube. Join the KrisCross Studios Facebook group. I'll be like Joe Biden. You want to know what we're up to next week? Go on the KrisCross Studios Facebook group.
Oh my god!
This.
Do you care about your family? Do you care about healthcare?
Negro.
Do you care about the events going on? I'm playing. Do you want to meet us at Legends next Saturday? It's like, no. Anyway.
Hey, that could be a meet and greet.
Meet and greet with the Great Debaterz at Legends.
In more ways than one.
All right. Meet us on the mezzanine. Anyway.
But so we're going to be upstairs.
We definitely gonna be upstairs with the stuff I saw that night. So,
Amen.
I was like, Lord Jesus, I gotta go upstairs. I gotta get up there. But anyway, we have our top 20 movies turning 20 years old in 2004.
God.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy that I'm saying 20 years ago.
Right. It don't feel like it.
We ancient. We old.
It doesn't feel like it, but all these movies, I can say today that I've seen all of them, and I actually saw a few of them 2 weekends ago, and I was like, damn.
Shit, I was 10.
I was old. I am old. And I said I was old. I am old. I was young, and the movie quality back then was trash.com.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah.
It was cutting edge when we saw it, though. But looking back, I was like, man, it did not age well at all.
Yeah, look at this ass.
Man. Speaking of that, honorable mentions, we have Fat Albert.
Oh
my God.
Ass.
That movie was good, Marcel.
Butt cheeks.
Nah, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't like the best movie of 2004, but it was a good movie. You were 9 years old. You saw Fat Albert. It's like, okay.
Butt cheeks. That's because I didn't ask no questions as a kid.
My parents, since my parents are a little older, they turned me on to the actual like show from back in the day.
Oh yeah, ours did too.
Yeah, well,
we knew all about it.
Some parents didn't do that. So
we knew all about it. We had the DVDs and everything. We were set. We were ready.
Hey. Who played Albert?
Kenan Thompson.
That's who it was. Okay.
Even he said, "Man, I regret this."
He was like, "Give me that SNL check."
Boy.
All right. National Treasure came out in 2004.
Whoo! I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Who was that? Nicolas Cage?
That is Nick Cage. Yep.
Okay.
Only a white man would be able to get away with stealing the
Declaration.
First of all,
do you? Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you, in your right mind, see yourself stealing the Declaration of Independence?
Hell no.
Exactly.
First of all, black people won't even take the Declaration of Independence because we weren't even in that motherfucker to begin with.
I see no delegation, no black delegation, no voting, no nothing.
You know, all men were created equal, and there's a no
niggas allowed.
They crossed their fingers when they signed it.
You freaked what?
There was like, what fraction are we gonna name him? Let's do 3/5. 3/5 sounds nice, you know.
Later, but Jesus,
don't give him 4/5. Don't give him 4/5.
The blackest thing in that entire room was the damn ink.
The ink was black either. I thought it was
well, Marcel,
she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. The blackest thing in that actually the darkest thing in that room was Ben Franklin's shadow, but we're gonna talk about that in a whole nother day.
Woo!
Yeah, sure.
I mean to clip the speaker, but woo, that was.
But National Treasure is on there for honorable mentions. Catch That Kid. Y'all remember Catch That Kid with Corbin Blue?
Actually, I think I do. Yeah, no, that's Jesus.
No, I do not.
She had to steal $100,000 from a big vault, and they had the little go-karts and stuff.
To let a kid
Rob
your
push it to the limit.
Hey man, Jump In was that movie though, but that was 2007.
Walter.
Was it 2007?
Mm-hmm. I know my movies, Walter. Don't come at me.
Walter.
How was it not? What's up?
I research this stuff for a living.
That's fair. Push it.
Okay, we can't talk about 2004 without talking about Catwoman. Okay,
That movie was ass.
That was.
It was a bad movie.
It was okay.
However,
thank you.
However, Halle Berry and that
Halle Berry.
That's about it.
She can do that all day. That could have been the whole movie.
That's why I was torn. I was like, this movie is actually bad. It's really bad. But Halle Berry is.
But Halle Berry in that Catwoman.
But young Halle Berry.
Yes.
Butter down with a biscuit.
Like X-Men era Halle Berry.
Honey butter Marcel.
Honey butter with the cinnamon.
Whoo.
Man.
Okay. I talked about this at work. Okay. Would you have short hair Halle Berry or long hair Halle Berry?
I don't care. I'm getting Halle Berry regardless.
Yeah, but I would rather take short hair Halle Berry.
See, I'm telling you, short hair wins. Short hair wins it for me. Short hair wins it for me.
Well, so some people just look better with short hair, and I think she's just one of them, in my personal opinion.
What about Nia Long?
Oh, Nia Long.
How long is long hair?
Longer than her short hair.
I don't know.
It's Nia Long.
I know.
Would you rather have her in Are We There Yet versus Friday?
Ooh.
Friday.
Are We There Yet versus Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh.
Fresh Prince of
Bel-Air. She was fine in Are We There Yet?
Listen, I have to abstain. I can't. The answer is yes.
So you're doing Nia Long and Fresh Prince?
Just Nia Long.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, just
all right.
Nia Long, man.
All right, so we have Catwoman. We have Princess Diaries 2 came out in 2004.
That was a really funny movie.
That was a really funny movie. I like that.
It was a really funny movie.
And then we have Ladder 49, which was also a very good movie.
That's about
they went
that's
inside
an 9/11 movie, right? Yeah.
No, they went to a burning.
No?
They went to a burning building.
Well, technically speaking, the towers were burning for a little bit before they fell, but neither here nor there.
Yeah, neither here nor there. People don't like to hear the truth of the matter, but we'll get to that on another episode.
On 9/11.
Yep, on 9/11. We're gonna do a September 11th episode, a tribute.
No.
To the facts.
Never forget.
Never forget.
So how did your show get canceled? Well, we did a 9/11 episode.
We good. This might
honestly, that's not the worst. Honestly, we could have been canceled for a lot less.
A lot less than that. But just like my number 20, we're gonna do You Got Served. Is that number 20?
Oh my god!
You Got Served is
I
number 20.
I forgot about that damn movie.
On the list.
Breathe out. Breathe in.
Breathe
out.
It's a whole thing.
Drive it out.
It's a whole thing. See, Marcel knows. All right, number 19. Number 19, we got Taxi with Queen Latifah.
That was a
Jimmy Fallon.
And Jimmy Fallon, yeah.
Young Jimmy Fallon.
And he kept character in that movie.
Jimmy Fallon's a really good character actor, though.
He be breaking character all the time. Stop it. All the time. Have you not seen all his SNL?
But that's live. That's live, though.
Even in movies, he'd be cracking up. What was that movie with damn, I forgot what movie he was in. He was in New York City. I forgot. He was breaking character a lot. And you didn't think the camera was looking at him, but I saw it. I was looking. I was peeking. I was pausing. Like, see, he fucked up. But number 18, we have The Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher.
Ooh, forgot about that movie.
Very good movie.
That's a very good movie.
Hey, all right.
Number 17, we have Spanglish. Adam Sandler.
God, Adam Sandler.
Probably one of the few good movies of his career.
True.
He's got a fair few. I think he's got
He
more
has a top
good than he's
10.
got bad.
Adam Sandler has a top 10 movies.
So he's got more good than he's got bad. Except
No, he has more bad than good. Name a good Adam Sandler movie besides the last one that just came out.
Well, The Waterboy, I think, is
The
probably
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard's good.
That's a good one.
Happy Gilmore's good.
What's the one where he was? What's the one where he's got the kid with him? Where he's like, they're like, "This is your son," and he goes, "What's the name of that movie?"
I know what you're talking about.
Not Little Nicky.
It was like he had sex with a teacher.
Yeah,
I forgot what movie that was too. He was an 8th grader. He's like, I fucked a teacher. And I was like, yeah. In real life, that teacher would have went to prison.
She did.
Uncut Gems is another good one.
That's the one I said. Uncut Gems. That was a good one.
Grown Ups.
That one's a really good one.
Grown Ups was okay.
Grown Ups was all right. Oh, Bedtime Stories was pretty good.
Oh, this is the one. Big Daddy. That's what.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. Yeah.
Big Daddy. I liked Anger Management.
Oh Lord.
Hotel Transylvania.
See, I didn't really like Hotel Transylvania. But yeah, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, those are classics.
Billy Madison, yes. Billy Madison, yeah. All right. Case closed. He has great movies. Number 16, Around the World in 80 Days with Jackie Chan.
And no one else.
Wait.
He had Luke and Owen Wilson in it. That was a good movie.
That's 20 years old?
Yes.
Damn.
Everybody.
Yeah, because that's a Jules Verne book. That's one of my favorite books.
All over the world. Anyway. Number 15, we have The Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson.
Jim Caviezel got struck by lightning twice making that movie.
Hey.
He was like, maybe don't play the Son of God. And he was like,
The
what if
Lord. I do? The Lord said no. Twice.
Although that movie, regardless of whether you are Christian or not, it's hard to watch somebody just get tortured for 2 hours.
Right. That's torture in itself.
And
that's what happened though.
It is what happened. Like The Passion's a very hard movie to watch in general.
And that's not even the half of what they did. Most of the stuff they could have done in the movie, they couldn't because the recensions wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, no.
The Romans were off the chain.
I don't think
Romans were buck wild.
People don't understand how deadly the Romans were back in
the
day.
Fuck North Korea. The Romans would have Romans. I do something bad in North Korea before I did something bad in Roman time.
In ancient Rome,
they would disembowel you. They were like disembowelment or crucifixion. I'd be exile.
You do something wrong in North Korea and try to get away, they will send a heat-seeking missile towards your ass.
Yeah, but that's
and you're in Hawaii chilling.
Heat-seeking. Wait, but that's quick. If you get hit by a heat-seeking missile, that's pretty quick. You know what's not quick? 3 days of torture and execution. Disembowelment is not quick. Most of the punishment, most of the capital punishment the ancient Romans had were designed. They weren't designed for a quick death.
It was a crime. It was a crime he didn't commit either.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It was. Yeah. That's. Whew. But no. So the Passion is a hard movie to watch in general. But man, that was wild. Like I remember watching that as a kid and being like, "Wow, that is torture."
I didn't watch it as a kid. I watched it as an adult. I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid.
Oh, we had to watch it. Remember?
I didn't watch it. I was having fun somewhere else.
I remember I had to watch it at church.
Y'all were watching it at church. I was playing with it.
Marcel,
I was in the back doing something
Bruh,
else. I was
the nine-tail scene, they just whipped him. And that was I want to say, that was an accident. The nine-tails just caught onto his ribcage and just tore it off.
Hey, man. Y'all were watching Passion of the Christ. I was somewhere else in the church. But anyway, number 14, we have Man on Fire, Denzel Washington.
This man is on fire.
Dakota Fanning was in that movie too.
Damn, that's the name I heard.
Anytime that Denzel plays a badass, you know you went for a treat.
Right. One of his best movies, and it's not his only movie this year, which we'll get into that in a second. Number 13, White Chicks, the Wayans brothers.
Fuck yes. Honestly, this should be in top 5.
Nope.
That is no, because that is coonery at its finest.
It's the richest black film family doing what they do best.
I know. Doesn't mean it can't be coonery at its finest. I'm not saying I don't like the movie.
I don't even think it's coonery. It's hilarity. It's black. It's the reverse in blackface. That's all it is. It's hilarious.
Fair. No, like I genuinely do like and respect the Wayans on several levels. But like, man,
1,000 Miles would not be where it is today without this movie.
And
tell me I'm wrong.
No, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for Terry Crews.
That's without the movie. He was in the movie.
I know he was in the movie, but I'm saying like I don't like you could have had that song in the movie.
The Deception.
But just how
because the Wayans brothers did it before Terry Crews did it in the movie. Now he did the other part. He was like, "And I need you, and I miss you."
I just love the. Wait, you mean to tell me you're not white?
The Deception.
Exactly. that bathroom scene is still like ingrained in my head when he had to go at the bubble guts.
Move, bitch.
Move, bitch. It just his legs just like ooh. It's hilarious, man. White Chicks, man. You have white. Hey, if you're listening to this 10 years from now, look at White Chicks from 2004.
You just play this when you're 18, okay?
All right, number 12, we have Miracle.
Okay. All right.
Historical movie. BS.
Yeah.
It's okay. We didn't win the Olympics. We just beat the Russians. But
well, that's all that mattered.
That's all that mattered that year.
During that year, all that mattered was being anything you were involved in.
We beat the Russians, the Soviets.
Well, somebody had to.
Yeah. All right. Number 11, one of my favorite movies of all time. Agent Cody Banks 2, Destination London.
Oh my God.
Frankie Muniz, Anthony Anderson.
Wrong song, man.
I know. It
was in that movie. And they did the war. They did war at the end too.
That's the other one. The war.
And he did a German accent. Va.
Ja.
What is
it good for?
Say it again.
Wow.
Va.
Wow.
I just love the fact that they were like, yeah, no, your clarinet will play itself in case you need to run. Like
Anthony Anderson was like, I'm the best secret agent ever. And he plays Jiggy so loud at the airport. He said, wow, just bass just booming. I was like, first of all, if you want to be a covert agent, don't blast your music so loud. American music, nonetheless. Chingy at Heathrow Airport. Okay? You don't do it. Of all music, Chingy, right there at Heathrow.
Right there.
Have you heard? Have you heard?
I remember there was actually that movie actually proved to me that black people, like, I was like 9 at the time. I was like, I could be smart too. Because he was cutting up the thing. He was like 1 milligram. He was cutting it up so the mental wouldn't explode his whole jaw. His whole face.
I remember that.
She was like, what are you doing? He was like, a whole mental can blow his head off. So he was like cutting up. He was like, never interrupt a black man in his metric system. He was like, 1 milligram versus this. I was like, oh snap.
God, Anthony
He's actually pretty smart.
This
was fat Anthony Anderson.
Which honestly, in my opinion, was funnier.
He was funny when he was Dre on Blackish.
He was, but I think bigger. Like when he was bigger, he was funnier. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't know. Okay, that's cool. That's a good opinion. Kangaroo Jack was funny too.
Kangaroo Jack was hilarious.
But that was 2003. So,
God.
Yeah, man, 21 years ago, man. Can't believe it.
Oh, that hurt. That hurts my brain.
Top 10, y'all. Top 10 is number 10 is Collateral. Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
That's actually one of his best movies. Outside of Ray, Collateral
Did that also come out this year or that year?
I think it did come out in 04. 04,
yeah.
05. But it's not on my top 10 list. Because one, I've never seen it. Okay. Number 9. Number 9 is Friday Night Lights.
Okay. All right.
Very good football movie.
Wait, you've seen Friday Night Lights, but you haven't seen Ray.
Yeah.
What?
It's a sports movie. Of course I've seen it.
You get on me about my card, sir.
It's Ray. It's the story of Ray Charles. Like,
what?
Who the fuck doesn't know the story of Ray Charles? I don't need to see a movie about it. I'm just saying. If you're black, you don't need to see Ray. Okay? If you're black and you know the story of Ray Charles, or have grandparents who know the story of Ray Charles, who told you the story, you ain't got to see that shit.
Georgia. They play that at the strip club. It's all over. Number
8, we have Crash.
Oh.
Yeah. You talk about
that's a movie.
Yes, it is.
That's a movie. That's a movie.
That's a. Remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "This movie is kind of rough."
It was only. Was it R or PG-13?
It was definitely R.
Okay.
Some of the things some of the scenes in that movie you couldn't even see on television.
You're right.
That's true. When they have to cut the movie and add that little time, your what is it? Your movie's been modified.
Your movie's been modified to the time limit, and
like when Monsters Ball comes on TV, like we took out the fucking scene. I was like, all right, turn the channel.
I turn it off. Oh. That's and them Nielsen ratings went right down.
Yeah. Okay. All right, number 7, we have The Manchurian Candidate, also Denzel Washington.
It's I think that was a remake.
It was, and that's still a good movie. That's still a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
What?
I don't know if I've seen the Denzel, but I'm pretty sure I've seen the original.
Great movies. Both of them are great. All right, now we're gonna get to some dark stuff. Number 6 is Hotel Rwanda.
Ooh,
Don Cheadle.
That's dark. Yeah, that
is dark.
That is dark.
Very dark stuff.
But it is an important film, and it is a really good film.
An important film that everybody needs to watch.
Yeah, because that's like Hotel. I feel like Hotel Rwanda is one of those based on a true story movies that is genuinely just about completely based fully on the story of what happened.
Not just like people's backstory within the story. Like, no, we don't care about that. What the fuck happened here? Like Black Hawk Down. Like the Africans were like, but nah, we don't want y'all. America's like, we're here to help. They were like, but nah, we don't want you here.
Could you do me a favor and not help? Thanks.
And if you continue to help, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah. Man, Black Hawk Down. That was
a movie.
That was a crazy movie to watch the first time I saw it.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is, Ewan McGregor was filming that while filming Star Wars with a bow. He had to clean shave his head. So in episode 2, he had a wig.
That's funny. That's
hilarious. It was hilarious. It was a funny wig looking. He was funny looking too. But anyway, we're in the top 5 of the top 20 movies turning 20 years old. So number 5 is The Day After Tomorrow. Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid.
You can go for a polar deep freeze right about now.
Today was pretty decent. Today was like 81. No,
yeah. It's the first few days in a while where it hasn't been ungodly.
Man, last week was just hell. Literally hell.
It's like I didn't realize Jesus had came back. No reason for hell to be on earth yet.
No, Lucifer came up. That's a high.
Like, I'm just here to visit.
Lucifer came up. He said, "Hey guys," I was like, "No."
Take the heat back with you.
That's not what we want.
Yeah.
take the heat with you.
Take the heat back. All right. Number 4 is The Bourne Supremacy.
Man, I love all the Bourne films. I like spy movies. I like Bourne.
That Bourne series is legit. I haven't watched Supremacy as much as I should. I might watch it again. I might watch all 3 of them in order. Just the way.
You're not going to watch the 4th one?
The 4th one doesn't matter. The 4th one doesn't count. The 4th one is like, okay, we're going to restart the series, but with Jeremy Renner. But no Matt Damon. No Matt Damon, Jeremy Renner. I was okay. Then they brought him back in 2016, which is probably the best Jason Bourne film of all time.
You almost said James Bond.
I said I corrected myself because I hate.
I'll get him to like a Bond film one day.
No, I'm not a huge fan of James Bond. I will never ever be a fan of James Bond. But Jason Bourne, if you watch Jason Bourne from 2016, the ending, just the ending alone, I was like, that's a bad motherfucker. This nigga shining up the Stanley Cup trophy like it's.
Oh, so they won.
No, they have a minute. They have 95 seconds left.
Florida still up?
Yeah, 2-1.
Well, congrats to Florida, I guess.
No, a lot can happen in 90 seconds.
That's true, though.
So number 3, we have iRobot, Will Smith.
Damn good movie.
Ooh, one of the best.
We need to watch that today because
I would not be mad if it's like there was a sequel, but there's no need to. I like the movie. I like the ending of the movie the way it is.
Marcel, you do realize that that's a book.
Yes.
iRobot is is part of a trilogy.
I read the book too.
You read Asimov's other books?
But they can keep the ending of the movie the way it is.
Okay.
That's fair.
What are the 3 basic rules of robotics?
We're not going to have this conversation right now. But if you really want me to answer them, basically it's don't hurt humans. Don't let humans hurt you defend yourself except for when it involves hurting humans, and do what you think is best except for when it involves hurting humans. Basically, Asimov's main rules of robotics are set up as a redundant protocol to keep humans from being harmed by robots and artificial intelligence. And if you haven't seen iRobot, which is 20 years old, and I don't care about spoilers, doesn't always work. So
it really evolved from the rules.
Yeah, it's definitely it's important. It's prevalent to today's issues.
Right. All right. Speaking of today's issues, number 2 is The Incredibles.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
Da, 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 da. Yo, one of the best. You know why that movie was so good? It only had one director. Pixar is notorious.
Brad Bird.
Pixar is infamous for having several directors work on projects. And Brad Bird, after coming off of The Iron Giant, was like, I want to do this movie, and I want to be the only person to direct it. And Pixar said, all right, cool, give us a good movie. And he gave them...
And they did.
He gave them one of the best Disney movies, one of the best Pixar films, one of the best animated movies of all time. And you know why that is? Like, I actually thought about this. You know why it is? It's because it's real. It's raw. There's a part in that movie where, like, Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl were like looking at divorce or worse. And
Yeah, that's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, and it gets all of the weight it deserves. It's not like nothing in that
Oh,
movie
yeah.
is played for laughs or anything, for the most part. It's like, man, that hurt me.
Yeah, Florida wins. All right. Yeah, The Incredibles was a great movie. And got busy.
It's a whole family of supers. Shout out to Jason Lee, otherwise known as My Name is Earl, otherwise known as Dave Seville from the newer Chipmunk movies.
Okay, you actually watched the Chipmunk movie.
One
Anyway,
hey, I don't care
I
what
watched the
anybody
first one
says.
when it came out.
My Name is Earl is a damn good series.
My Neighbor's Earl is a great series. That's the movie because I was watching Akilah and the Bee. Remember the street thugs?
Oh, yeah.
The black guy from My Name is Earl. He was one of the street thugs. I was like, what show is he from? What show is he from?
Like, is that
I was like,
Crab Man?
I was like, My Name is Earl. There we go.
Damn, but no, The Incredibles is a great movie. Where's my super suit?
Where's my super suit? Where is my super suit? You tell me where my suit is, woman. We're talking about the greater good. I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you ever gonna get. He said.
Here's a question. What is Samuel L. Jackson's most famous catchphrase?
Motherfucker.
Where do you think that would have fit in The Incredibles?
That scene right there. Actually, not that scene. Remember the scene when they went to the jewelry store? He was like, why don't you just use the water in the air? Motherfucker, there is no water in the air.
That would have been the perfect question.
That would have been it. That would have been it.
Incredibles would have been rated R for that one line. It'll be rated R.
You know what? And I would have been okay with that.
I would have took my kids to see that shit. Hilarious.
They said bad words in that movie. Yeah, well, your mom says them all the time when she drinks. So,
Pop-Up Girls, they said shit. So I'm just saying.
Did they?
Yeah, on the Boogeyman episode. You didn't see that episode?
What?
He was like, we gotta get out of here. The sun's about to come out. And this nigga said, shit. One of my favorite episodes, just for that part.
Man, the Powerpuff Girls. That's another one of those. Damn.
I remember the episode. They were like, "We were made by accident," and the actual kid was like, "Yeah, I was made by accident too."
Oh, yeah.
Professor Turtle was like, "Oh shit."
Yo, so we take those cartoons for granted, man, because there is no way half of what got said in all of those shows.
None of them could be seen today.
No.
They'd be rated TV 14 now.
Oh, what was it? What was that one? You remember Cow and Chicken?
Yes, I do.
Remember when they had that? They had the carpet munchers.
With the munch on people's carpet.
Yeah.
They were like, the producers were like, the executives were like, all right, we gotta stop this.
They were like, really? Like what? You've never seen? And they're like, really? Really?
All right. We're gonna get off this show. But anyway.
Wait, did you do number one?
No, we haven't done number one. Number one is like the best movie of 2004. In my opinion.
Boy.
Including a lot of media, experts, movie critics. They think that this number one is the best movie of 2024. And it is turning 20 this year. Spider-Man 2.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Is turning 20 years old.
Because I was thinking.
The best movie of 2024. 2004.
I was thinking, because I was like, okay, you put The Incredibles in number two. What the fuck is going to be? Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah.
That's. Damn it.
You got nothing to say. You agree with me. Look at that.
I actually, I do, and I hate the fact that I do.
Look at Jesus.
I don't like agreeing with you.
It's a brand new day. Can't you feel a brand new day?
God, that just
brand new day.
Wow.
That soundtrack is lit. The Wiz soundtrack.
The Wiz soundtrack. Let's say all of them are. The Broadway, like The old
Okay,
old
the Broadway could use some lotion. That's
It
what.
could, but
That's
it's
why
not-
Quincy Jones took over. They were like, okay, all right, Quincy, cook.
But say like I like the there's a couple of songs in the Broadway one that they took out for the movie that I like, which is cool. But no, the movie slapped. But I mean, look at who it had in it, man. It had Mike, it had Diana. Like there was no way that movie wasn't about to be ridiculous.
Right, it was a great movie. So
Very much.
those are the top 20 movies turning 20 years old. Thanks for listening to the KrisCross Corner podcast. Remember, the podcast will be rebranded to the What Up Though Detroit podcast on September 4th, 2024. So thank you to our guests on the show, the Great Debaterz, Walter Wheatthins and Marcel Smith. Turn on your notifications on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts for each new podcast release. See you guys next time. Bye.